Hi guys, it's Natalia here and I'm here today to do the very first video in a new series of videos that I'm going to be doing called Battle of the Brands. So many brands that I know have similar products out there, so I'm just going to get a few products in different brands and in different areas and go through them to point out and just talk to you about the good things and the bad things and choose a favourite out of all three of them. Hopefully might help you make your decision if you are starting out in makeup for various different kinds of products. So today I'm going to be talking about buffing brushes. I've got three brushes here I'm going to be comparing. I've got the Real Techniques buffing brush, I've got the Ecotools buffing brush, and I've got the Sigma F80 flat Kabuki brush. Now these are all incredibly similar brushes. Basically they are buffing brushes. You would use these to buff in foundation. They are all synthetic, which is good because you do need synthetic brushes to use on wet products like foundation. And I'll get up close and as you can see they're all sort of the same kind of size. So start off with, I'm just going to start with the Real Techniques buffing brush. This is a really good brush. It is a made out of Taklon bristles, which is a synthetic material. As you can sort of see here, it's just really nice and soft. It is a nice fluffy brush. It is fairly densely packed there. The bristles aren't too long, and if you press down on them they do sort of hold up pretty well. The handle is made out of, I think it's aluminium. The handle's got a pretty thick base there, so you can sort of stand it up on a tabletop if that's what you would like to do. Overall, it's a really good brush. You'll basically use this one to either put foundation on your face first and then use small circular motions to buff the foundation in, or you could just put it just directly in the product and sort of stipple it on your face and then continue to buff. Basically, all these brushes you would use the same way. I find this one probably gives a medium coverage. And you do have to do sort of fairly small strokes to make sure you get the entire face. But you do need to just keep going over just to build up the coverage. So yeah, I'd say it gives about a medium coverage overall, and it's a really decent buffing brush. The next brush I'm going to talk about is this Ecotools buffing brush. Now Ecotools have never really registered on my radar at all up until I did a review on, I think it was the Real Techniques brushes, and I'll put a link to that video below in the description bar. And one of my subscribers put a comment saying, oh, have you tried the Ecotools brush? So from then I did go out and buy a couple of their brushes, and this is one of them that I chose. This one again is a buffing brush. If you have a look there, this brush is actually a little bit more sparse. The bristles aren't packed in as much, and if you put pressure down, they sort of do give a little bit more on the outside. Because of that, this one gives much more of a sheer coverage, and I just find that you do need to do a lot more work with it to build your coverage up. When you do a spot clean, it washes fine. It does sort of keep its shape fairly nicely, although it is a little bit bent. If you have a look there, it sort of bends over to one side. But you know, overall, it's an okay brush. I wouldn't say it's my favourite brush. I don't know, I think the bristles, they just sort of feel a bit, they feel cheap. I'll need to look up and see how much this one is on like the Priceline website. I know you can get it from iHerb for US recommended retail price. But I'll have a look what you can buy this for in Australia. But I don't know, this one isn't my favourite brush. I find the bristles it doesn't give a good enough coverage for me, and I just think that it is on the cheaper side of things for brushes, and I think you sort of do get what you pay for. So I think these are bamboo handles, and yeah, I don't know, I'm not really a fan of the Ecotools brushes. I have got a few more that I am trying out, but yeah, if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't repurchase this, and I probably wouldn't recommend these ones. Out of these three brushes, I probably wouldn't recommend this one. And the last brush I've got here is the Sigma Flat Kabuki brush, the F80 brush. This is part of the Sigmax collection, and they are synthetic bristles. As you can sort of see, it is fairly tightly packed. The bristles are a lot of bristles in there for the area. It's a really good size, and when you push down you don't actually get much give on this at all. This one gives a more of a medium to heavy coverage. It really sort of packs on the colour, and I think it just blends really nicely. The handle is pretty thick. It has got a rounded edge, so you will need to put it into a brush holder. It doesn't stand up like the Real Techniques brushes. And it's fairly well priced too, for $18 US for this brush. As you can sort of see here, if you stand them up there. They are all pretty much the exact same size. This one's flat top, this one's flat top, and the Real Techniques brush is slightly domed, but I don't think that really makes a difference with the applying when you apply your foundation. Out of these three, my favourite one would have to be the Sigma one. I like the Real Techniques one, but I just think that, I don't know why, it seems like it's the same size, sort of, but I think because these bristles aren't packed so tightly, this one just makes your foundation application seem a lot more full. I sort of feel like you can get your foundation done a lot quicker with this brush. They have a lot of other shaped brushes in the synthetic face range, and I'm going to do a review on them coming up soon. But overall, this is my favourite brush. In fact, I've actually got 4 of these brushes. I use them so much. I use them on clients, and they're just really, really soft on your skin. So yeah, out of these 3 brushes, my first choice would be the Sigma one, $18 from sigmabeauty.com. My second choice would be the Real Techniques one. I don't think you can get this one separately, but I will double check that. And last of all, the Ecotools one, which you can buy from Priceline. I think it's about $8, $9, maybe $10-ish at Priceline, but again, like I said, I will check. But I wouldn't purchase this one again. And yeah, so that is my battle of the buffing brushes. I hope you guys found that interesting. If you have any questions or comments, please leave in the description bar below, and I will certainly get back to you. And I will put a link and photos of all the brushes to compare them, and a link on my blog, and I'll put a blog link to my blog post below as well. Go and check that out. If you have any products that you would like me to do a comparison with, please also leave that in the description bar below, because I'm always interested to try new products and compare them to different ones in the market. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!